Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time visiting this channel, click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will get notified as soon as possible. Don't forget to also like, comment, and share this video as well. We've ended the week, alright. We've successfully ended the week. This week ended successfully. Alright, those of you in my VIP channel, in my swing trading room, you testify to what I'm saying. All right, we made profit this week so far as trading the market or trading on the market is concerned. And so we are about to zoom into a new week, and just as we normally do, we go through the few pairs and we see what the market has for us going into a new week. But usually before we start, we look at the economic news calendar to see what news that is up for next week. All right, yeah, so let's delve into the economic news calendar. On Monday there is a US holiday, all right, the US bank holiday on Monday, so wouldn't expect so much from the market on Monday, or don't expect so much from the market on Monday. And on Tuesday we have Australian high impact news, and then we have USD high impact news, the building permit. Wednesday we have GBP inflation rate. All right, yes, I will look forward to this, all right, because I trade GBP, so I'll be very much interested in GBP. And we have card retail sales on Wednesday as well. We have the US Fed testimony. All right, so the US Fed chair will give a speech on Wednesday. Then Thursday, GBP interest rate decision. All right, yeah, so currently this is where the interest rate sits. The interest rate sits at 4.5%. So they are looking at increasing the interest rate by 25 basis points. Let's see if that's going to happen. All right, the US Fed maintain the interest rate. The US Fed maintain interest rate. The Euro Central Bank increased interest rate. So let's see what GBP or the Bank of England is also going to do. All right, yeah, so they are expecting to increase interest rates by 25 basis points. So let's see what happens on Tuesday. We also have USD jobless claims, continued jobless claims, initial jobless claims, and USD existing home sales. We also have the Fed chair giving a speech as well on Thursday too. Then you have the Australian high impact news. Then GBP consumer confidence. All right, GBP consumer confidence, and JPY inflation rate announcement. All right, I'll be very much interested in this one too. All right, yes, because at the moment the yen or the Bank of Japan maintained or are still maintaining their negative interest rate here. So I'll be very much interested in the result of the inflation rate of the Bank of Japan as at the month of May. All right, yeah. And on Friday we have a bank holiday for Estonia, which is also in the part of the Eurozone. You also have another bank holiday for Finland and another bank holiday for Latvia, then another bank holiday for Luxembourg. These are all in the Eurozone, but I'm not expecting this to have much impact on the market. All right, the market is going to trade as normal. All right, yes, because these ones don't really give a lot of volatility, or that does not bring a lot of volatility in the market. So I wouldn't really expect this bank holiday to affect the market so much. Then we have GBP retail sales also on Friday. We have Euro service PMI. We also have GBP S&P Global Services PMI, and we have USD S&P Global Manufacturing PMI. All right, yeah, so that is just that. All right, there's also a USD high impact news. Yeah, so if you should look through very well, next week is also going to be a very interesting week. All right, with lots of volatility that will be injected on the market. All right, lots of volatility that will be injected on the market. So this is it for the economic high impact news. So just take note of the high impact news and then trade accordingly. All right, yes, don't be caught by surprise, or else you find yourself in hot waters. All right, yeah. So just take note of the economic calendar and let it be, or let it serve as a guide as you enter into a new week. Yeah, so that is just that for the economic calendar or the economic news calendar. Let's look at what is happening on the chart. Yeah, so for the dollar index, those of you that are on my Telegram channel, you realize that within the week, even last week's market outlook, I was looking at price getting into the zone. So if you watched my market outlook last week, I called this, I was expecting price to move to the downside into this very zone here. And I told you that once price get here, I'll look at I'll wait to see what price is going to do. Then I'll take a decision from there. And so far so good. Price has given me an indication. All right, we've closed below this down close candle here. All right, yes. Let me just take off this thing for you to see very well. You see this down close candle you are seeing here? Yeah, we've closed below this down close candle. So once price has closed below this down close candle, then I'm expecting to see this low attacked. All right, I want to see price take out these lows. All right, yeah. So currently, that is going to be my expectation. So going into next week, I want to see price create a high. All right, create a high here. Then we see a move to the downside, taking out all these sell side liquidities we are seeing here. So I'll be looking for bearish prices on the dollar index going into next week. All right, yeah. So that is just that for the dollar index. Let's look at what is happening in EURJPY. Yeah, so this is my first time, or this might be my first time of introducing GBP or EURJPY as part of my benchmark index pairs. All right, basically I don't trade this pair, but I just use it as a guide as to which pairs to trade so far as EURUSD and GBPUSD is concerned. So this pair will tell me whether to trade EURUSD or trade GBPUSD. All right, yes, because the buyers of this very pair will have a great influence on either EURUSD or GBPUSD. So that serves as a guide. And so currently, EURJPY is really in a downtrend. All right, EURJPY is in a downtrend. We've taken out this low, and so my next point of liquidity is this area we are seeing here. I want to see price take out those sell side liquidity. All right, and so if I am bearish, all right, if I'm bearish, or if EURJPY is looking bearish, what does it tell us, or what is it telling us? Basically, it is telling us that GBP is strong, Euro is weak. All right. So this is how you do your correlation analysis. This is how you do your correlation analysis. I'm repeating it again. GBP is strong, Euro is weak. That is why we are seeing a downtrend in EURJPY. And so if Euro is weak, GBP is strong, and then the dollar index is also weak. The dollar index is also weak. Between EURUSD and then GBPUSD, which pair is going to be best to trade? Have you answered? Yes, I want you to guess it, or I want you to say it before I tell you. All right, between EURJPY and then EURUSD, which pair will be the best to trade according to the correlation analysis I've just done? Okay, so that is going to be GBPUSD. I hope you got it right. That is going to be GBPUSD. Why am I saying GBPUSD? It is GBPUSD because we are having a weaker market, or a bearish market, or a bearish sentiment on the dollar index, and then we are having a bearish sentiment on EURJPY. So by having a bearish sentiment on EURJPY, it tells us that GBP is strong, and then Euro is weak. And so if you look at EURUSD and then GBPUSD, they are the pairs that move inversely, or they are inversely correlated to the dollar index. So even though as it stands now, if the dollar index is weak, which is currently weak, the dollar index is currently weak, and so we are expecting the Euro USD and then GBP USD to move to the upside. But they are all not going to move at the same pace. One is going to move faster than the other. All right, and in this case where Euro GBP is weak or is giving us bearish sentiment, GBP tells us GBP is what is the strongest among all. If you look at GBP, if you look at Euro, if you look at GBP, if you look at the dollar index, GBP is the strongest among all. So in this case, it would make much sense to trade GBP USD instead of trading Euro USD, because trading Euro USD, well, price will move to the upside, but it's not going to be at a faster pace than GBP USD. All right, because as it stands, Euro USD is weak, dollar index is, or the USD too is weak. So trading Euro USD, doesn't really make sense to me at this point, even though it is also what moving to the upside. But if we really want a faster pair, or if we really want price to move into a direction as quick as possible, I think the best place to go for is GBP USD. All right, because between these three currencies, GBP is much stronger than all of them. All right, yeah, so just take note of that. But let's know what is happening on Euro USD. Yeah, so for Euro USD, just as we've outlined, and dollar index, Euro USD inversely correlated to the dollar index. So at this point, I'm expecting price to continue to the upside. But as it stands now, looking at the reaction of price before price move to the upside, I want to see price shift to fill at least 50% of this liquidity void we are seeing here before we see a continuation to the upside. And so by seeing a continuation to the upside, I want to see a higher swing low being formed. All right, I want to see a higher swing low formed before I begin to look for buys in Euro USD. Then I look forward to be in a buy to see price moving to the upside, taking out this high. All right, so my point of interest or point of liquidity is going to be this buy side liquidity we are seeing here. That is going to be my expectation on Euro USD going into next week. All right, so I want to see price make out for a higher swing low, then push price to the upside. So that is just that. Let's look at what is happening on GBP USD. Yeah, so for GBP USD too, you are seeing price in an uptrend. All right, you've seen price taking out this high right here. Price taking out this swing high. So once the swing high is taken, we expect to see price continue to push to the upside. But before it does that, I want to see a higher swing low formed. All right, so I want to see price push a little bit into the zone, then we see a continuation to the upside. All right, whereby it gives us a higher swing low, and that is going to be my confirmation for buys. Then I'll start looking for entries on a lower time frame to push price to the upside. So currently, that is what I'll be looking out for so far as GBP USD is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on AUD/USD. Yeah, so for AUD/USD, those of you that have been watching my past 2 market outlook for the week, I called out this move. All right, I was expecting price to once this sell side has been taken. All right, I was expecting price to take out this buy side, because we're in a consolidation. So consolidation, manipulation, and then distribution. So this is a perfect AMD price formation. All right, yeah, so once we're in a consolidation, what we saw was a manipulation or a fake out to take out this sell side liquidity. Then right after that, we saw price moving to the upside, take out this buy side liquidity. So currently, I want to see price retrace a little bit into this very zone, creating a higher swing low. Then we see price pushing to the upside to take out this buy side liquidity we are seeing. So currently, my next draw on liquidity is going to be this buy side liquidity as well as this buy side liquidity. All right, yeah, so that is what I'm currently expecting to happen on AUD/USD. I think going into next week, we should begin to see some simple price actions for the week. All right, yes, because the market is really outlining or giving us a clearer direction. All right, things are so clear on the market at the moment, so I will expect to see interesting setups from going into next week. Yeah, so that is my expectation on AUD/USD. Let's look at what is happening on the JPYs. Sorry, the JPYs. All right, yeah. So we start off with the EURJPY. So for EURJPY, you've seen price push to the upside. All right, I wasn't involved in this upside movement. Why? Because I didn't see my entry model play out for the week. All right, I don't know how many of you can sit on your hands, even though you're expecting price to push to the upside. I don't know how many of you can sit on your hands to watch this whole move go because you didn't see your entry model. This is how you should react, or this should be the kind of trading behavior you should have. All right, the fact that you've seen price pushing to the upside without seeing your entry model doesn't mean you should enter by all means. All right, if you begin to do that, it will create, or it will begin, or it will start as a habit. All right, it will form a habit whereby your subconscious mind is going to. So anytime price does not even give you an entry model and you see price moving to the upside, you'll be chasing price. And sometimes you find yourself at the wrong side of the market, because sometimes we see a move to the upside, then we see a fake out. So anytime I wait for my entry model, if I don't see my entry model, I'll allow price to move. I don't care. All right, I don't care, because I definitely know that I'll be compensated. The market will compensate me for the patience I've had. Yes, I know the market is going to compensate me for the patience I have had. So if you are a fan of chasing price, I'm sure you've been punished several times, but some of you, are falling on deaf ears that, you think nothing else can stop you from, doing whatever you want to. But in the long run, you're not going to survive in the market. All right, in the long run, you won't survive in the market. So allow price to do whatever it wants to do and enter into the market on your terms or on your rules. If price is going in a direction and it's not following your rules, just leave it to go. The market is going to compensate you for your patience. All right, and looking at this move, I know definitely somewhere next week I'll get a setup. All right, I'll get a setup to fill up all these liquidity voids we are seeing here, right? Because once the swing high has been broken, we should see price retracing to form a lower swing low before we see a continuation to the upside. All right, yeah. So this move, I haven't regretted not involving myself at all, because I know the market is going to compensate me. All right, it's going to be a sell setup for me next week to look at price pushing to the upside to form that lower swing low before we see a move to the upside. Sorry, a higher swing low before we see a move to the upside. So that is my expectation on EURJPY so far as next week is concerned. Let's look at what is happening on GBP/JPY. Yeah, so for GBP/JPY too, same. All right, we are having the same plan. All right, we've seen price taking out the swing high, and right after this move, we haven't seen price pushing to the downside, and we have a lot of up close days without no down close day. So as it stands now, I'll be waiting for a retracement. I expect to see price retrace this because I think for about 4 or 5 days, 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4. For 4 days, we've had a bullish run, right? For 4 consecutive days, we've had a bullish run on EURJPY as well. So going into next week, for us to continue to move to the upside, price will definitely come back to fill these liquidity voids we are seeing here to form a higher swing low. Then we see a continuation to the upside. So going into next week, that is what I'll be expecting to wait for. I'll be expecting that retracement. Then we see a continuation to the upside. Yeah. So that is just that. So far as next week is concerned, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell. The link to my Telegram community is in the description box below. Click on the link and be part of the Clever Young Traders Telegram community. I wish you all good luck and good trade.